Frozen Wonders of Oirase Gorge, a winter journey to Japan's ice cascades. Hello everyone, and welcome to another journey through Japan's hidden treasures. Today, I'm taking you deep into the heart of Aomori Prefecture in northern Japan, to the breathtaking Oirase Gorge. Or as the locals call it, Oirase Keiryu. In March, when much of Japan is beginning to welcome the first signs of spring, this enchanted forest remains blanketed in snow, preserving one of winter's most spectacular phenomena, the ice cascades, or Hyobaku. These frozen waterfalls transform the already magnificent gorge into a crystalline wonderland that few international visitors ever get to experience. I stayed at the Oirase Keiryu Hotel, which offers special guided tours to the best ice cascade viewing spots. Join me as I explore this winter paradise, and I'll also share why you might want to return in different seasons to experience the verdant greens of spring or the fiery colors of autumn. Let's begin our frosty adventure together. The history and geography of Oirase Gorge. Before we dive into the experience, let me give you some context about this magical place. Oirase Gorge stretches approximately 14 kilometers from Lake Tawada to the small town of Yakayama, the river flowing through it. The Oirase River is the only river that drains Lake Tawada, a magnificent caldera lake formed by volcanic activity thousands of years ago. This area has been designated as a special place of scenic beauty and a natural monument of Japan since 1952. The gorge is part of the Tawada Hachimantai National Park, one of Japan's most pristine natural environments. What makes Oirase truly special is its untouched quality. The ancient beech forests surrounding the river have been preserved in their natural state, creating an ecosystem that showcases Japan's native woodland, as it has existed for centuries. The gorge features more than a dozen waterfalls of various sizes along its length, with Choshi Otaki, Choshi Great Falls being the largest at 20 meters tall. During winter, many of these waterfalls freeze, partially or completely, creating the ice cascades that drew me here in March. The Ice Cascade Tour Experience. My journey to the ice cascades began at the Oirase Keiryu Hotel, where I joined their specialized winter tour. The hotel offers this exclusive experience for guests wanting to see the best ice formations safely. Safety is paramount when visiting in winter, and I highly recommend going with a guide rather than attempting to explore independently. Not only do they know the safest routes, but they also share fascinating information about the formation of the ice cascades and the ecology of the gorge in winter. As we ventured into the gorge, the first thing that struck me was the silence. In winter, Oirase possesses a stillness that feels almost sacred. The usual rushing sound of the river is muted by ice and snow, and fewer visitors mean you can truly appreciate the tranquility of this place. Our guide explained that the ice cascades begin forming in late December and typically remain until early April. Though climate change has been shortening this window in recent years, the best time to visit is usually between January and March, when the ice formations are at their most dramatic. The ice isn't completely solid or static. If you listen carefully, you can sometimes hear water still flowing behind or within the ice. Our guide explained that these cascades are constantly changing throughout the winter season, with new formations developing as temperatures fluctuate. What I found most magical was how the ice interacts with light. When sunlight breaks through the forest canopy and hits the ice cascades, they glow with an ethereal blue light, and sometimes create rainbow effects as the light refracts through the crystal clear ice. During our 1-hour tour, we visited 5 different ice cascades, each with its unique characteristics and charm. Some were massive walls of ice, while others created delicate, lace-like patterns as smaller streams froze in intricate formations. The winter ecosystem. Winter in Oirase isn't just about frozen water. The gorge is alive with wildlife even in these cold months. Japanese sero, a goat antelope native to Japan, foxes, rabbits, and various bird species all leave their marks in the pristine white landscape. We were fortunate enough to spot several Japanese great tits and Eurasian nuthatches flitting through the trees. Winter birds are especially active during the middle of the day when temperatures are highest, making wildlife spotting an unexpected bonus of the winter tour. The plant life, too, adapts beautifully to winter conditions. The massive beech trees that dominate the forest stand bare but majestic, their smooth gray trunks creating stark contrasts against the snow. Evergreen pines and cedars carry heavy loads of snow on their branches, creating postcard-perfect winter scenes at every turn. The river itself presents a fascinating ecosystem in winter. In sections where the water remains unfrozen, it runs crystal clear and ice cold. Our guide explained that this is when the water has the highest oxygen content of the year, supporting specialized aquatic life adapted to these extreme conditions. The cultural significance of Oirase in winter. The winter landscape of Oirase has inspired Japanese artists and poets for centuries. The concept of yuki-emi, snow viewing is as culturally significant in northern Japan as cherry blossom viewing is in spring. Traditional woodblock prints often depict these frozen cascades, celebrating the unique beauty of Tohoku's winter landscapes. Comparing Oirase through the seasons. While my winter experience at Oirase was magical, this gorge is famous for its changing beauty across all 4 seasons. After speaking with hotel staff and our guide, I'm already planning return visits to experience the gorge's different faces. In spring, usually from late April through June, Oirase transforms into a verdant paradise. The beech forest comes alive with the fresh lime green of new leaves, and the forest floor blooms with wildflowers. The waterfalls run full and powerful with snowmelt, creating a dynamic contrast to the winter ice I witnessed. Summer brings lush, dense foliage that creates a cooling canopy over the river. This is when Oirase becomes a popular escape from Japan's notorious summer heat and humidity. The moss that covers rocks and tree trunks reaches its most vibrant green, earning Oirase the nickname, the Moss Cathedral. But it's autumn that rivals winter for spectacular beauty in Oirase. From mid-October to early November, the gorge explodes with color as the beech trees turn golden and Japanese maples flame red against the emerald evergreens. The contrast of fall foliage reflected in the clear river waters makes this season particularly beloved by photographers. Each season offers a completely different experience of the same landscape. Where I saw frozen cascades, spring visitors will find thundering waterfalls. The silent snow-covered paths I walked become vibrant, moss-lined trails teeming with the sounds of birds and insects in summer and fall. There's something profound about experiencing a place in its most extreme seasonal form. Winter Oirase may see fewer visitors than autumn, but those who brave the cold are rewarded with a rare glimpse of nature's resilience and artistry in ice. Conclusion and invitation. As my time at Oirase came to an end, I found myself already planning a return visit, perhaps next time in autumn, to experience the gorge, clothed in red and gold, or in spring when life bursts forth after the long winter. Each season in Oirase tells a different story, but winter holds a special magic. The ice cascades represent nature's artistry at its most ephemeral, creations of extraordinary beauty that exist only briefly before melting away. I hope this journey has inspired you to consider visiting Japan outside the typical tourist seasons, and to seek out natural wonders that showcase the country's diverse environments. The ice cascades of Oirase offer a glimpse into a Japan that feels ancient, pristine, and profoundly connected to the rhythms of nature.